Hello, everybody, and welcome. How are you doing? I am Apostate Prophet, and I am personally a prophet, as it says right here on the tag under my name. And I'm here with this guy called the Dizzle, who is a super genius, as it says on his tag down here. So. Yes, hello everybody. Hello, and welcome once again. Thank you for joining the most popular, the most viewed commentary show in the world, at least on this channel. And today we are going to talk about some very, very exciting and very important things once again. David, how are you doing?
Yeah. I'm just a little concerned because you just claimed to be a prophet, and I remember seeing last night from Pakistan. I totally forgot about it, but I remember seeing tweets about Pakistan, a woman who claimed to be a prophet. Apparently, she's mentally ill, and she claimed to be a prophet, and so they went after her. Anyway, I saw that on Twitter. I wasn't sure what the actual story is. So I looked it up, ironically, from the Associated Press, which has a big AP on it.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that weird?
They're copying.
It says Pakistan, AP. That's you. Pakistani police arrested on Friday a Muslim woman on charges of blasphemy after she allegedly claimed she was an Islamic prophet, a charge that can carry the death sentence under the country's laws.
Well, I don't care about Pakistan, so I'm a prophet. I don't care what they say. But yes, no, I see the same news, and I saw that yesterday as well. So I took the opportunity to immediately declare that I am a prophet too. And of course, they can do nothing to me, and they know that I'm a true prophet, unlike Muhammad. But yeah, no, I pulled it up here as well, and it says here. What in the world is going on here? It's Pakistan arrests woman for claiming to be Islam's prophet. That's what she said. Pakistani police arrested on Friday a Muslim woman on charges of blasphemy. I wanted to put it on the screen, but I can't hear unless
it's weird because if she did claim to be like the prophet, then I would want to do that too. But do we really want to claim to be Muhammad? I mean, it's kind of like saying, "Hey, I'm a child molester."
Yeah, Pakistan arrests woman for claiming to be Islam's prophet. This is AP. They're copying my my letters here. It says Multan, Pakistan. Pakistani police arrested on Friday a Muslim woman on charges of blasphemy after she allegedly claimed she was an Islamic prophet, a charge that can carry the death sentence under the country's laws. The woman was taken into custody from her home in the city of Faisalabad in eastern Punjab province shortly after a mob had gathered outside demanding that she be lynched after news spread of her alleged claims of prophethood, senior police officer Nasser al-Rizvi said. I don't know why they come up with the idea of lynching or otherwise punishing a woman who claims to be a prophet instead of just letting her show that she is a prophet or testing her prophethood, or maybe showing that she is a better prophet than Muhammad. If Muhammad was around today, would they lynch him too for declaring his prophethood? Maybe they would.
Yeah, and I mean, think about it. Think about how low they set the bar with Muhammad, right? Like the arguments and reasons they give in defense of Muhammad would make almost anyone qualify as a prophet, right? Like
Absolutely.
when they're explaining, like, oh, look at these things that show that he's the greatest man who ever lived, when he did some of the most horrible things we're familiar with. But then they'll be like, ah, but he emphasized giving to charity. So you see, he's the greatest man ever, as if
You
there haven't
see?
been billions of people exactly like that. But notice, I mean, you could just find any detail about this woman ever being nice to anyone and say, "You see, she's the greatest woman ever. This proves that she's a prophet."
Yeah.
You should check out the ending there.
I find it funny that Muslims always tell the story of Muhammad being brutally rejected and attacked. And there was a plot to kill him when he declared his prophethood and came out and all of that. But then when somebody else here comes out and declares her prophethood, then they basically do whatever people did allegedly to Muhammad, and that is of course very very sad. Why would you
And,
do?
and much more extreme, right? I mean, we can't
Yeah,
leave out
yeah,
the fact. I mean, Muslims complain, "Oh, look at how they persecuted Muhammad." Muhammad preached for a decade
yeah,
in
yeah.
Mecca.
They let
In
him live
Mecca.
and preach. Yeah.
Yeah, condemning their religious beliefs. He lasted a decade.
He
This woman,
insulted their religious beliefs, he insulted their idols, and they let him preach for a long time.
this woman didn't last a day. She's already
Yeah,
been locked up and they're trying to lynch her.
yeah,
Right? Would she last a decade in matter of fact, since Muhammad was in Mecca, would this woman last a decade preaching in Mecca against the religious beliefs of the people of Mecca today?
yeah.
Would she last 10 minutes, let alone 10 years? And what we see is that there's never any concept of consistency. It's, look at how horrible those people are for not being more open-minded about the claims of Muhammad. Okay, well, the followers of Muhammad are way, 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 way more violent and intolerant than the pagans of Mecca were. So if the pagans of Mecca were bad, what does that make Muhammad's followers? The best of all people. Oh, okay, well, that's interesting. So if they're
It
the
makes
best of
them.
all peoples and they're the most violent, then I guess the correct criticism of the pagans of Mecca would be that they weren't violent enough, right? They,
It
they
makes
weren't
them.
they weren't nearly as violent. Anyway,
This is much more worser. Yeah.
you check out the
Uh,
ending there. It says
he-
just mere allegations of the offense are often enough to provoke mob violence and even deadly attacks. Huh.
this is the issue. There have been a lot of lynchings, a lot of attacks in Pakistan against on people who allegedly insulted Muhammad, allegedly criticized him, allegedly tore out something Islamic and threw it on the ground. In most of these cases, you see that a rumor spreads. It's not even confirmed. There is just a rumor. It spreads around, and very quickly people start gathering, and of course they are bloodthirsty. They have this lust to immediately jump in and punish and show their virtue and show how much they care about their prophet Muhammad, so much that they would immediately come and you know beat up and kill somebody who offends the prophet Muhammad. So they do that, of course, because they have to overcompensate for their own lack of proper devotion and faith. So they come and beat to death people who allegedly insult Muhammad. There is not even a proper rule of law. There is not even a proper process of identifying among the people whether the person actually did this or not. An allegation is enough to kill.
And it's become a means of murdering people.
Mhm.
Especially, they point out there how this is used to intimidate religious minorities. If you're a Muslim and you're having a conversation with a Christian, the Christian annoys you. You just go, "Oh, what's that? You said what about Muhammad? Oh my goodness!" And then the person gets massacred. They can do that with
Yeah.
Hindus as well. But I mean, I recall a case where a guy who owned one store wanted to buy the store beside him or something like that, and the guy wouldn't sell it, so he just went and said, "Hey, this guy burned a Quran," and they killed the guy or something like that, and then
Yeah,
it comes out that it's all fake.
yeah. If you want to get rid of somebody in Pakistan, just say, "Hey, he insulted Muhammad." Easy peasy. Yeah. So today we want to talk about not about false prophets. Actually, we do also, yeah, because that would be Muhammad. But we want to talk specifically about a certain video that I mentioned in the title of this live stream. But we will actually not watch that video. I only put that in the title for clickbait to bring people here. Haha, got you. Just kidding. I don't know. People are asking about it, so let's do this. Yeah. Are you ready for this?
Yep.
Okay. Now tell me if you can hear this. No?
No, because I think it starts with him
Fantastic.
screaming like a little baby.
Yes. Okay. All right. So now let's try this again.
Why did we not die before seeing this day?
I want to credit Hatun Tash for posting this and bringing this to David's attention, who brought it to my attention, and Hatun Tash took it from Adam Seeker, who brought it to her attention. So this is Apostate Prophet narrated that David Wood said that Hatun Tash said that Adam Seeker
That's
said.
funny. I was just thinking it was like in a snod.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's look at this. What is he first of crying about here? Oh God, why did we not die before seeing this day? What? Wait, what? Okay, it goes on. They are wiping their bums with.
I think these are just some clips, and that later we get the actual. I think these are just the teaser clips, and then later there's.
These are about blasphemy.
उनके साथ वो निजासत को साफ करना, फिर आले बैत साहबा वाजे मुतारात के मुकद्दस नाम उनको माज़अल्लाह सरेआम उनके ऊपर गंदगी डालना और
they write the names of the companions of the prophet and defecate on them.
इस तरह की वीडियोस ये हैं।
मैंने आज तक आपको इस तरह का वीडियो नहीं देखा। हम इसी जगह पे तौहीन नहीं सुनी। हम वो बदनसीब हैं।
We are such unfortunate people that I have never seen blasphemy like this before. I couldn't imagine our enemies will sink this low. I don't know what exactly they're crying about here. What kind of blasphemy they're crying about?
Sorry, I'm a sympathetic crier.
और इस मुल्क का अमन, इस मुल्क की तबाही करने के लिए इस हद तक मेरा दुश्मन गिर जाएगा।
Unthinkable is happening.
This is Hatun Tash, yes. So she's talking about.
And unthinkable is happening at the heart of Muslim countries. 7th biggest Muslim country, Pakistan. Muslims are walking away from Islam. Muslims are critiquing Islam.
She has such a harsh Turkish accent that I'm.
Why do you despise anyone with a Turkish accent, AP?
People with Turkish accents just make me sick. Just kidding. I just can't get past the fact that she has such a strong accent.
After they walk away from Islam, shaking the Muslim majority countries.
Researchers show that over 100,000 Muslims leave Islam every single year.
Pause that.
Yes.
We've corrected this before. But I just want people to know, because I mean, Muslims here, 100,000 per year, that's so many. As is always the case, Ali Dawa does not accurately reflect what he's heard or read or whatever it may be. The study that reported that was about apostasy in the United States. Specifically in the United States. It was 100,000 Muslims leaving Islam every year in the United States. That's not counting Europe. That's not counting Pakistan. That's not counting the Middle East. That's not counting any of that. It's not global. So anyway, if this was already a few years ago that this study was done, it was in the United States, 100,000. I'm sure it's gotten worse by now. And then if you multiply that globally, you're dealing with a lot of apostasy, which is what the sheikhs are crying about.
Yeah. You know what's so funny about this? I mean, we talked about this before, but so this is this is obviously a planned, prepared video where he stands there and records this for a specific project to collect donations and gets such a fact wrong. Now, I did the same thing as well. I did in a conversation in which I referenced the study. I actually got it wrong, I think, in my conversation with Mohammed Hijab, and gave him. I'm not sure, but I think I gave him the wrong thing, the wrong information when I was referencing that.
So you're a false prophet.
Yeah. Later I realized it and thought, oh, okay, I was wrong. But the thing is, in the moment when you speak about it, you can make such a mistake. But this guy actually stands there and records something for donations to appeal to people, and then gives people such basic, simple, wrong information. It's just funny. But yeah, people are leaving Islam in masses.
Yeah, but the rest of the clips here.
24% of Muslim youth are leaving Islam.
23% are becoming apostates of Muslims, American-born Muslims. Wallahi.
Some are leaving Islam, yet they are still leading the prayers out of fear. What is going to happen to them? What is going to happen to their family? They are pretending to be Muslim while they are not. Yes, unthinkable is happening at the...
I did this much better. Maybe I should later play my version of this whole thing, of the rundown of these Muslims announcing that people are leaving Islam.
Yours was not better than Hatun's.
Countries.
Mine is a million times better.
Unthinkable. That is the unthinkable.
While as a team, we are discipling approximately 200 ex-Muslim believers in Pakistan, while unthinkable is happening, what do you think Miss YouTube does? Miss YouTube sends me such emails. Hi, Hatun Tash DCCI Ministries. We have received a legal complaint from a government entity regarding your content.
Yeah, so somebody blocked her video.
Yeah, and then I think she gives a bunch of examples until they blocked the entire channel. Which that's interesting because I used to get these. So this is my former channel. I used to always get. I'd get like 6 or 7 of them at a time, like 6 or 7 notifications from YouTube that particular videos had been blocked in Pakistan. But again, it would be like batches of them in the that I'd get in the morning. But then Hatun points out that now they've just banned the entire channel in Pakistan, and these guys are why, right? They're flipping out over anyone hearing anything critical of Muhammad, and so now they're just banning entire channels.
Yeah. That's ridiculous. Somebody asked, why would anybody leave Islam? In my personal opinion, it's just so the reason I left Islam, for example, is
money.
I always wanted to have
money and women.
I wanted to have a lot of women
and booze and pork.
I want to have a lot of women living at home with me and be my girlfriends, and I have sex with them all the time while they also do online porn and sell their pornographic videos to other people and collect a bunch of money.
Hey, AP, you could do that in Islam as well.
Oh, really?
Did you know that? Yeah, Andrew.
Oh,
he showed.
I didn't have to leave.
Yeah. Just call yourself Top G and say women are garbage, and that Muhammad is great, and all will be forgiven.
Oh, I had no idea. Why did I leave Islam then? That's dumb. Anyway, no. Yeah. So here we come to the video where Hatun Tash summarizes her stuff.
A vision sits down and then cry for Islam. They are so upset that people are criticizing Islam. They are so upset that they cannot defend Islam. Therefore, they are just crying.
They're going to tell us that they're telling us that they are going to celebrate the honor of the Prophet Day.
Hey, that was my birthday. No one told me.
So upset that they cannot defend Islam. Therefore, they're just crying.
Wait, my birthday was honor the Prophet Day. What?
I don't know.
Hey, this reminds me of a the day Andrew and Tristan Tate were released on house arrest. They're not released; they're just put on house arrest instead of in jail. And then everyone said, "Oh my goodness! But this is the same day that the Matrix was released." So it's actually part of the Matrix conspiracy that they're announcing it, like giving signals, like we're going to release Andrew Tate to house arrest the same day the Matrix came out, so that you understand the Matrix is actually behind this. And even Andrew Tate himself is supporting it. Do you understand? Look at what's going on. Look at what they're doing. And I think they're selling shirts now that are pointing this out on the shirts. Do you understand? And so on. And so, but it's funny. You could do the same thing right here. Like, the Honor the Prophet Day is on the same day as David's birthday. Is this coincidence? No, this is the great God Allah sending David Wood a message about his blasphemies.
Yeah. You know what's very funny? We just mentioned the whole cam girl business thing, which some people really still do not know. But Andrew Tate proudly has a cam girl business where he lured girls into the business with the promise of making them his girlfriends and loving them, and they fall in love with him. And then he slowly reveals to them that he has such a business and they should come and work for him. Then he uses a woman who is his bottom to go and manipulate her and tell her that this is actually great. And then they start working for him, and he basically exploits and drains them and lies to them about their earnings and takes a lot of what they actually deserve and stuff like that. So I kind of thought it's funny that he is this master who has these women working for him and unknowingly draining them for their resources. But then he complains about the Matrix and compares stuff to the Matrix movie, where people are being used and drained without knowing by the Matrix. So he actually has his own Matrix in his business at home while complaining about the Matrix out there. It's very funny to me. Anyway, just something to not think about any further. People will burn this country down. They're not just 2 or 3 people.
Not just 2 or 3,000.
Their number in Pakistan is not just 2 or 3,000. Today I have been shown a report of the cyber crime wing of
the cyber crime wing. Look at this. The cyber crime wing of the Federal Intelligence Agency of Pakistan. Can they even call it intelligence? It's funny what they mean by cyber crime. Guess what? Do they care about child porn? Do they care about any of this stuff? No. The cybercrime wing of the Federal Intelligence Agency of Pakistan is tracking what people say about Muhammad and the Quran. That's what they're doing, looking for blasphemy.
It's funny. Turkey is supposedly a secular country, but even Turkey has a thing, a cyber crimes unit that tracks down people who insult the president or insult Muhammad and Islam and punishes them.
Hey, we should do it. We should do a parody show of CSI, but have it CSI Pakistan, and they're just tracking down like kids who are blaspheming and so on.
Like in this serious office with their glasses and sinister talk, and like I'm on it. I'm following him right now. He's currently tweeting about Muhammad's child marriage. Get him. Jeez. This is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. There was a comment here that was funny, but I lost it. I completely lost it. Okay, let's go. According to that report, these people number 400,000 in Pakistan.
400,000. And only 120 were arrested. Can you imagine? Okay, suppose do you guys want to arrest 400,000 people?
That wouldn't end well. That wouldn't go well.
This prison was only meant to house 200 inmates, but we've crammed 400,000 in there.
400,000 people in Pakistan, out of which they have only arrested 120 people. They only arrested 120 people out of the 400,000 people in Pakistan who commit blasphemy.
400,000.
What about all the others? Arrest all of them now. 11 of them have been awarded death sentences. But what else can we do? What door of justice should we knock down? Knock on. I want to ask a question. I want to ask a question. Should we burn the cities down as protest? What?
These are their religious leaders. These are their guys on television.
Wow. Wow.
Should we burn the cities down as protest?
I'm imagining a conversation between these people like that's like totally serious. Like, okay, so what should we do there? 400,000 people who are blaspheming. How about we burn the cities down?
Yeah, let's not rule out burning these cities to the ground and starting over.
And somebody else is like, let's leave that option. Okay, write it down, but first off, let's consider the other options. Let's see what else we can bomb them. We can bomb them. Yeah, can bomb them. We can go around killing people in the streets. I don't know. Let's think about this.
And it's pretty interesting that, like, do they not realize that burning cities to the ground because someone criticized Muhammad would probably lead to more criticism of Muhammad? You know what I mean?
See, there's a thing. If you roll a ball, some animals, if they see a ball rolling out of, from behind a corner, they just see a ball and they cannot think any further. All they see is there's a ball rolling. Others can think there is a ball rolling. It came from that direction, so something is over there. Though that skill is only reserved for very more intelligent, advanced animals. In this case, the Islamic leaders in Pakistan, I don't think they qualify. I think they are the ones who only see the ball rolling.
You're saying these guys would fail the ball test?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, like many other animals. Yeah. In this country, you have atheist professors lecturing your students.
He's got a point. He's got a point there.
This is not confined to a few houses. This fire has reached every household.
The flames of apostasy.
The fire of apostasy. The flames of apostasy. It has reached every house.
These guys are actually pretty good at, like, rhetoric. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. It's pretty solid.
The sinister, icy black hand of death of apostasy is gripping our throats and choking the life out of our babies. You know what I mean? It's like
it's so funny how this guy he is here crying and yelling about this thing. Isn't it so pathetic? This is what's so funny about this. On one hand, when you talk about or when you talk against Islam, the Islamists will tell you how Islam is strong and you should be afraid and we're strong. We are not softies. We're not like the Western. We're not like the Christians. We do this and we do that. And then when they hear about apostasy, like, no.
Yeah, it is.
People are leaving Islam.
It is interesting. They have these two. They're like putting on this show, right? Because I still hear, you're just jealous because Islam is the fastest growing religion, and it's going to conquer the world and make you submit. Ha 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 ha. And then you look at them behind the scenes. What are we gonna do? And all the apostasy. Should we burn all the cities to the ground and start over? I mean, what are we gonna do? What a joke, man.
I know. What a religion, man. What a religion. The scholar of Islam was called blaspheming. Wow. I'm shocked to see the report they have shown me today. This is all happening in this country. The guys,
को देखकर मेरे रोंगटे खड़े हो गए ये सब
Look at this guy.
I was like, okay,
He's like,
yeah.
he's like one of these news reporters who brings on a person and then like, and he's like, uh-oh. This guy's talking about burning cities to the ground. I just wanted a few comments on blasphemy. This guy talking about mass murder.
This guy's like, okay, this is going. Well, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
I can't say anything because they'll kill me too. I'll jump up and this guy'll straight murder me, man.
Oh, parents, this is your responsibility to keep an eye on your kids. And as Mufti Abu Muhammad suggested, parents need to install these applications on their kids' devices
to find out what your kids are saying online, so you can mass murder their cities.
And burn their rooms.
You can burn their rooms to the ground.
Burn their beds and burn their rooms. Parents, this is your turn.
निगरानी करो और बच्चों की निगरानी हमने इस तरह से करनी है। उस दिन मुफ्ती अबू मोहम्मद साहब ने एक एप्लीकेशन की तरफ इशारा किया था कि घर के डिवाइसेस से उसको मुंसलिक करो।
It's funny how he's talking about devices and applications.
There is this organized conspiracy to destroy our country. Let's burn it all to the ground to stop this conspiracy.
But imagine the complete unfathomable stupidity in this guy's reasoning, his response to what is going on in the country. So in his nation, the poor, proud nation of Pakistan, which is a pure, clean country, as they have named it, because they are pure Muslims and stuff like that, this guy thinks there is a huge conspiracy going on. They want to bring this country to the ground. Pakistan, our beloved country. They want to turn people against Islam. They want to make our children leave Islam. They want the youth to leave Islam. They want to destroy this country. Therefore, maybe we should go around and burn the cities down.
Yeah, and he's still like. It is like a failing the animal ball test situation. Like, hey guys, why are people criticizing Muhammad and the Quran? Because it's a conspiracy, because they want to destroy the country of Pakistan. Or is it because Islam keeps producing dudes like you and people are reacting to it?
Yeah.
He doesn't get it. Like, people are going to react to this and go, whoa, this is crazy.
Yeah. The youth that is currently, being raised, the youth that is growing up, the younger people who have become young adults, many of them, when they view stuff like this on TV, even if they are in Pakistan, a lot of people in Pakistan as well, will cringe, will feel disturbed, and will think, I don't know, man, maybe there's something wrong with our mentality, with the religion. And good job. Now this guy is actually aiding the conspiracy against Pakistan. He's aiding the conspiracy to turn people away from Islam. This guy is aiding he's a secret agent on TV, crying here and saying terrible stuff and making people leave Islam. He's basically like Daniel Kikuchu. Yeah.
He's an agent of the Matrix.
Yeah. He's like Daniel Kikuchu. He makes people leave Islam by defending it and crying about it. Yeah. I will tell you, Mr. Faisal Qureshi, they are writing the Muhammad on their private books.
He's saying this on TV. You know what's crazy is when like you give people ideas, right? Like, they're probably like people who don't like Muhammad watching this going, ooh, I hadn't thought of that one. Hey, I could write Muhammad on my butt. I could write Muhammad on my butt and then go sit out on the toilet with Muhammad on my butt.
I didn't see this video. I'm just seeing this here.
I could write Muhammad's face on my butt. And then I'd be putting Muhammad's face in the toilet. Like, he's giving them ideas.
I'm just wondering how it was brought to his attention and how he acquired the knowledge that people are writing Muhammad on their private parts.
It's the Pakistani intelligence agency. Hey, listen, Sheikh. We've got this secret document. We got this secret document of our research of the internet. Did you know that 78 people have written Muhammad on their butts? What? They are? I need to go explain this on television immediately.
Yeah. And we also must tell you this is very sensitive. We can only vaguely tell you, dear scholar, but some of them have Muhammad
Their private parts.
written on their
Their
genitals.
Their nut sacks.
They have it on their
People are writing Mo nuts. Writing Mo nuts on their testicle.
Oh boy. Some of them are writing all of these nuts.
Isn't that funny that, like, if a woman wrote Muhammad across her breasts, like, this guy would have no problem with it, but if it's Muhammad saying that a grown man with a beard should suck on her breast to avoid having sex with her, this guy'd be fine with that.
Maybe. Yeah. That gives me a lot of ideas now. I don't know, man. I feel there's a lot of inspiration that I'm getting right now, a lot of ideas to think of after listening to this and watching this. Yeah. I'll think about it. See what we can do.
And what these guys should be thinking is, how much have we enraged people against our religion that dudes are writing Muhammad on their penises and posting pictures somewhere on some weird site?
Yeah, Sheikh, I don't know how to tell you this, but there's this one guy who has written Muhammad on his penis.
and then we've got guys with the Islamic Intelligence Agency going on these apparently blasphemy porn websites and looking at all the blasphemy porn pictures, and then running and telling this guy how bad the situation is.
Our team saw this when they were researching.
Hey! This is probably like an excuse. Like, they're walking in there, like someone walks in the office. Hey, Ahmed, are you looking at porn? I'm just doing research on blasphemy. Did you know that these guys are writing Muhammad on their penises, and the women are writing Quran verses on their vajayjays? What's up with that, man? What's up? That's what I was researching. It was research. Don't blame me for research. This is my job. My job is to look at porn. What's wrong with these guys, man? What is this? What is this?
Oh boy. The bad thing is also, if you write it on your penis, it's like, and you assume that this guy doesn't have a concept of abiding by an Islamic sense of morality. He's sexually active. Where does that go? Where does this go? This is going way too far, man. Way too far. You cannot let this happen. Therefore, burn the cities down. Burn the cities down.
I'm wondering if he realizes that this clip is what he's going to be famous for.
I wonder if he goes into more detail here. He says, I will only vaguely tell you that people are writing Muhammad on their private parts.
And look, I have the picture. Look at what they done.
Oh, boy.
Let this image be seared into your brain.
Hey, look at this. Listen to it. It's fun. Like in Urdu and in Indian languages, they often have like English words mixed in. And here.
Hey, look at this guy cracking up laughing.
करने की साजिश की जा रही है। मैं सिर्फ इशारतन ये अर्ज कर रहा हूँ, फैसल कुरैशी साहब प्राइवेट पार्ट पर ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मदुर रसूलुल्लाह सय्यदा।
They're writing, there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger on their private parts.
I didn't imagine this video would be like this when I planned on watching this here.
This is one of the best things ever, man. Look at this guy.
He's completely losing it, man. They're writing Muhammad on their private parts. They're writing there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger on their private parts. They are writing the name of.
But what's funny is, you know, humans think quite a bit in pictures. So as he's saying this, people are actually picturing, right? Like girls vajayjay, you know, getting writing the shahada on it and stuff like that.
Oh boy, this is crazy, man. Seriously though, that's what I always think about when people give examples of such things. I immediately think, okay, how many people are visualizing this right now? So when he is talking about this,
I mean, just imagine a woman. It's hard to write down there yourself. So she actually has one of her friends over there right in front of her, writing on her vagina. And she's writing La ilaha illallah. Men are writing Allahu Akbar down their penises. Can you imagine?
This is actually if I was still a Muslim and I heard him describe these things, I would inevitably visualize these things and I would feel very disturbed by it. And I don't know, maybe he should sit down and rethink this again and to wonder if this is helpful or harmful, you know.
Just picture it. Here, let me draw.
Just think about it. Yeah, I'll give you an example. There's this guy. He has, okay, I'm not going to describe it any further, but you know, imagine.
Let me draw it with this Sharpie. I will show you what they're doing. Why did we not burn every city to the ground before this? They're telling us that they're going to celebrate, honor the Prophet Day on David Wood's birthday.
This guy's just suppressing his laughter. He's like.
Well, it's funny because it could be multiple things. It could be like, okay, I don't want him to see that I'm actually grinning over this, or he could actually be crying over this blasphemy, or he could be thinking, my goodness, this is going to be on YouTube and everyone's going to see me. That I'm the one who put this together. What am I doing? What am I doing here?
I bet what he's doing is like, oh, okay. Keep it together. Don't laugh. Keep it together. I'm not laughing. You cannot laugh right now. This is going to be disastrous if you laugh. No.
Yeah, this is one of these guys who probably gets the giggles and can't stop. So like, he's like, okay, think about really, really bad things. Think about really, really bad things so I don't laugh. Think about bad things. Or he's like, oh no, maybe they found my blasphemy pictures that I've been posting in secret. Oh no, what if I'm in trouble?
Yeah. Or he's like, what in the world am I doing here? I should have called in sick today. What is this? What have I done? Why am I here? It could be anything. Until we see his face, we will never know. Oh, wait, there he is.
Oh, there we go.
Wait.
Why did we not die? We need our scholars to guide us. Yeah, we definitely do. Like you, bud.
Successfully suppressed his laughter here. And it's like...
I don't mean to be melodramatic.
Wait, man.
I don't mean to dial it right up to 10 here and talk about burning cities to the ground, but you know.
I mean, seriously, man, you have a grown man here with a beard sitting there, as a religious authority and saying, "Oh, parents, for the sake of the Holy Kaaba and the Quran, rise up and play your part. Do something about this. Do something about that.
Burn them
Do something.
all!
Please, I beg you. I beg you, parents. I beg you. Jump in, do something. They're doing terrible things. They're writing Muhammad on their penis."
रब्बे तौबा का वास्ता, कुरान का वास्ता, उठो और
Rise up and play your part. Okay, I will.
Save your children, your country, and Islam. I didn't mean to be melodramatic.
That's the best line. I didn't mean to be melodramatic.
सोना नहीं है यहाँ से बोल चैनल से ये पैगाम
Hey, let's just be clear.
This is
Everyone must play their role in this role.
Yeah,
Everyone must play their role in this role.
everybody. This is
We all have a role to play in this role, ladies and gentlemen.
this is too much. Through this TV channel, we need to send a message that we will not tolerate this blasphemy, and everyone must play their role in this role. Yeah.
Hey, can you imagine if you know how things sometimes people don't subtitle it, they actually dub it for other languages? Can you
Yeah,
imagine like a reporter having to dub this through this channel?
Yeah, let's
They
try it.
They are telling us that they are going to celebrate the Honor the Prophet Day on the 7th of April. Oh God, why did we not die before this day? That would be the dub. But he's like, that's man!
Mr. Vice Recreation, we need our scholars to guide us.
We need the hak and the hikmah.
Oh, parents, for the sake of the Holy Kaaba and the Quran, rise up and play
The
your part.
hak and the hikmah.
And save your children, your country, and Islam. I didn't mean to be melodramatic.
I don't think it's done, man. I think he keeps going. Or I think this other dude jumps in.
चैनल से ये पैगाम जाना चाहिए कि हम में से
We will not tolerate this blasphemy, and everyone must play their role in this role.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, man? Big baby? What are you gonna do? Big baby with a beard? Are you gonna burn the cities down? What are you gonna do, man? Big
Yeah.
giant baby? What are you gonna
Yes, he wants to burn everything to the ground. That's what he wants to do.
do?
बाप में अपना किरदार अदा करे मैं चाहूंगा कि सब खड़े होकर
I would want everyone to stand up so we can send a message to our nation that a place where the honor of the prophet isn't safe, nothing is safe. We'll just burn you all to the ground.
Wow. This is a safe space. We're making sure that this is a safe space.
Why is this TV set made to look like a mosque?
They do this, man. They I think this is if this is new, if this just happened, then this might be a Ramadan program for which they often do these things. They design a set specifically for in a festive, weird, nightly Ramadan fashion.
Well, hopefully they don't burn the country to the ground, but for Ramadan.
This is so funny. I'm imagining this as a Ramadan show where they are preparing for the breaking of the fast in the evening. People are waiting, and
here
this
you go.
guy's here.
Here you go. I didn't mean to be melodramatic, but I haven't eaten in 8 hours. Oh, that's why I want to burn everything to the ground. Hey, you know what'd be awesome? You know what'd be awesome? Turn this into one of those Snickers commercials. Like all of a sudden, like, Shake, you're a little grumpy. And he takes it, and then he's like a normal person after that.
Yeah. I'm serious. There's a lot of potential here. I think people should clip this guy and make a meme out of this. People should use this. You could do like all kinds of different dubs to just like that Hitler video from the downfall that people use for all kinds of things.
Untergang.
Yeah,
Say
from
it right.
the Untergang.
Untergang.
Der Untergang. Yeah, you could use the same.
Das war ein Befehl! Remember that?
Yeah.
Das war ein Befehl!
You know what's so funny about that? If you speak German, that whole thing is it doesn't work. The meme doesn't work. I speak German. I watch those videos where people put different subtitles on it.
Yeah.
I don't. It doesn't work. It's something in my mind goes wrong.
I've made several of those over the years, and I always get complaints for German. They're like, it doesn't. I can't, I can't be hearing him say one thing and then have your
yeah. You have to not know the language properly did not know the language, for those memes to work. You could turn off the sound and then look at it, but then it's just not the same thing, Yeah. Anyway, interesting, very important note here to add. I would want everyone to stand up so we can send a message to our nation that a place where the honor of the prophet isn't safe, nothing is safe. Okay, stand up, everybody. Rise up. Rise up.
Rise up! Rise up from your chairs!
Why are they standing up? I don't know. I don't even understand.
He said rise up. He was saying rise up! Rise up to burn everyone to the ground! And okay. Oh, okay. So we stand up now?
Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Stand up. Stand up for a moment here. Yeah.
Look at these guys. Larry Curly Moe there.
This guy, after suppressing his laughter, is saying this issue is not being discussed as it deserves to be discussed. He's saying these pigs who are doing these things should be shown to the whole world. Yes. Take photos of their penises with Muhammad on it and show it to the world.
We will show the vajayjays with the Shahada written across them. We will show them to the entire world. Everyone go to the porn site. www.quranporn.com, where you can see.
Yeah, they make a website just for that, of women with the Shahada written on their boobs, people with their penises Muhammad written on it, to show it to the world.
I'm actually dead serious about them giving people ideas, right? Apparently it is a thing over there.
Oh boy.
But other people in other parts of the world, they haven't necessarily thought of this, but they're like, oh, because see, look, there are people. And I'm not going to do this sort of stuff, but I'm one of the people who,
I think,
when I see something enrages you, I'm like, oh, that is a mental note. If I ever want to tick this guy off, this is what sends him into a fit and makes him want to burn entire towns to the ground. Now I know, in case I ever get annoyed at this guy, what really ticks him off. But there are people who are watching this going, ooh, these mullahs really don't like this. Where's my Sharpie and my cell phone?
I will be right back. I got this. This is ridiculous. I never even thought about this. I thought about similar things, about different things. I never even for once thought about writing the Muhammad's name or the Shahada or other things on your private parts. I never ever thought about this, and now I think I feel like, why have I never thought about this?
Yeah, what's crazy is, like, you could tell these guys are like way more emotional than lots of other people. They dial things right up to 10. But notice, if these guys are instantly just programmed to dial things up to 10 in a fit of rage, guess what? When people then become ex-Muslims, they can still have that characteristic, that trait. In other words, if we're going to blaspheme, we're going all the way. We're dialing it all the way up to 10 and writing stuff on our penises and stuff. So he doesn't realize, like, he should be trying to calm everyone down. Guys, let's all calm down. You stop writing stuff on your penises. We'll stop burning cities to the ground. But no, it's, you're going to do that, so we're going to do this. No, you're doing it more. Well, we'll do it more too. Oh, no.
Oh, boy. This is indeed ridiculous. Indeed. Show them to the whole world.
I'm sorry I got distracted. You put "Don't Imagine," and then I started thinking of the song "Imagine." Imagine the Shahada written on penises. It isn't hard to do.
It is hard.
All you need's a Sharpie and a boner too. Imagine all the blasphemy on the internet. You may say, let's burn them all. What's wrong with you?
Oh boy. Oh my kid. This is, oh man, this is not what I expected from this video. Oh man, this is too much. This is too much.
Omar Al-Kurdi said, atheist and Christian. I mean, just how? Omar, look at this screen. Look at what's on this screen. That's how. Your leaders are uniting people in blasphemy.
Oh boy.
You guys are uniting the rest of the world against this nonsense.
Oh my god. Oh, this is too much. I'm dying.
Hey, look at that. Look at this. All of them should be exposed.
Expose them. Expose them. Do it.
All of their pictures should be exposed to the whole world.
Oh boy.
Matter of fact, just look at this screen behind me right now.
These people who are being given death sentences, all of them should be exposed to the whole world so those families can be shamed for the kind of children they have raised.
जिनको सजाए मौत दी जा रही है, जिनके साथ ये सब इन सब की शक्लें दिखानी चाहिए ताकि वो खानदान के खानदान पता चले कि उनके खानदान में ये सारा कुछ क्या हो रहा है पूरे मुनज़्ज़म.
Yeah, that's a very common mentality in Muslim cultures where it's blamed on the parents on how they raised them. So it's like, how dare you raise such a child? How dare you?
And that does because it's an honor shame culture. That's sometimes you have kids who like they don't care about Muhammad, but they still care about their parents, and so that's how you shame them into not speaking against Muhammad. Is this will lead to your parents being shamed. So you don't want to do that. And I mean, Nabil's actually an example of that. That was, I mean, once he left Islam and didn't believe in Muhammad anymore, thought Muhammad was a total creepy weirdo, he was still for like a couple of years reluctant to criticize Muhammad. And it was always because he doesn't want this to lead to shame for his parents.
Yeah. This is funny. When my parents found out that I left Islam and that I'm also speaking about it, one of the first things that my mother said to me was, "Why have you never thought about what all our friends and all the people will say about us?" And I just thought and then said to them, I heard this my entire life about every single thing. I'm sorry, but I can't live my whole life depending on how, what people will say about you, how they will react to you, or how it will reflect on you. You didn't do that. You didn't have any regard for what people will say about your parents when you made certain decisions, going into extreme religiosity and giving up the social aspect and all of that. So if everybody lived their life by what will people think about my parents, then where would you get?
And it's actually the Quran actually condemns people for this when it was convenient, right? When it was the polytheists of Mecca saying, hey, you're dishonoring our forefathers here. Muhammad didn't care. He didn't care. He still wanted you to convert, even if it was, even if it would get you into trouble with your families, and even if it was, an insult to your families and so on.
Exactly. If you believe that you are upon the right thing, if you believe that you are doing the right thing, then shouldn't that be more important than what people will say, or what people will do, what people will say about your parents or about your culture or whatever it is? Isn't that more important than your reputation, doing the right thing?
I think there's more here.
Yeah.
Organized conspiracy. So we got organized conspiracy. They've created these websites. You know what's funny is, again, putting ideas in people's heads, but also at the same time, these guys are announcing to the population there are these websites. Now people are like, oh, where's this website at?
I never heard of that.
Let me find this website. Apparently there are pictures of boobies with Quran verses. I gotta see this.
I want to see boobies with Quran verses on them. This is very
Quran boobies. Quran www.quranboobies.com.
I'm going to make a note to Google that later. Let's see. There is an organized conspiracy where they have created these websites where they share photos of private parts with these names of sacred personalities written on. See, really?
I've seen them.
Really? Are there really are websites that people have created just to share photos of private parts of Muhammad and other sacred personalities? Where I don't really believe that, to be very honest. But I'm really
Prove it, Sheikh. Let's see it right now.
Show it to us. Show it to the world. Let's go through all the pictures. Show it to the people at home.
All these guys pulling out their phones. What? Let me see.
I like this one. I'm leaving a like on this. Yeah.
Hey, yo. Hey, we should make commercials for our websites or YouTube channels or something like that. We'll dress up like sheikhs. We're freaking out like this guy, and they're like, and the apostate prophet's channel. Look at this stuff he's posting. Oh my goodness! And just totally freak out.
Yeah.
And hey, we can even be spouting gibberish the entire time and just have it subtitled. Like we're freaking out and crying over like your channel.
Yeah.
Look at this. That's disgusting. Where?
Oh my. This is really, really funny. Yeah, later they said, maybe before the show they sat together and they looked at those websites and they were like, oh, this is actually creative. Yeah.
At least this guy's a little more calm.
They're wiping their bums with pages of the Quran. With the pages of the Quran.
They've got entire rolls of toilet paper made with this. They don't even have rolls of toilet paper anymore. They just have the book sitting open and they tear out pages.
Let me show it to you right here. They have pages of the Quran and they wipe it like this. Let me show it to you right here.
And they're clogging up toilets with pages of the Quran because paper doesn't flush very well.
Oh boy. A lot of detail. They seem to have gone through all of these things.
If I were there, I'd just be like, what else are they doing? Give us more. Tell us more.
Tell me more, Sheikh. Tell me more. I want to know more. I want to know, please. I want to know all of it. I want to hear all of it. Tell me. What else did you see? What else are they doing?
They're wiping their bums!
They write the names of the companions of the Prophet and then defecate on them.
They write the names of the companions of the Prophet and then defecate on them. And then they go pee-pee. They go pee-pee on them too. Number one, number two on the Quran. They go number two. They go number two on Surah 2.
Sheikh, tell me more. What else are they doing? What else do they do to those pages? What else are they doing? Tell me all of it. Don't leave anything.
That could be the title of one of these videos they're talking about. Number 2 on Surah 2.
Oh boy. They are using young men and women to do these kind of things. Also, this is a big conspiracy. This is a secret organization, probably the Illuminati,
the Matrix,
or the Matrix, hiring young people, maybe brainwashing them and programming them into pooping on pages of the Quran and writing down names of Prophet Muhammad and his companions and then defecating upon it and posting that on the internet.
Look at this. He says there are women on these websites who honey trap men and make them do these things. So this dude's actually saying there are these Andrew Tate-esque webcam girls. And then they're like, ooh, do you want a private chat with me? And the guy's like, oh, would I? And then she's like, okay, if you want a private chat with me, you have to send a picture of Surat Al-Fatiha written on your nutsack. And then the guy's like, okay. like, okay, that's what this dude is saying, right?
Yeah.
David, you just, I didn't say it. That's what this guy's saying. He's saying women are like, the women are on these sites honey trapping men into doing these things.
And the women, they all work for the same people, the same matrix, and they have a daily quota. Like you have to deliver so many pictures of of penises with Muhammad on them, which, by the way, gives you gives you a bonus of this much money at the end of the month.
You unlocked your bonus.
Wiping yourself with the Quran is almost as good, but not quite as much. But you can also just tell them to write certain names on paper and defecate on them. That is the entry bonus. But you could do that too if you don't get them to write Muhammad on their penis. Yeah.
Think about this. If there were a TV show, cable, of course, if there were a TV show about this webcam business, girls with hot chicks honey trapping men into writing Quran verses on their penises. If there were a show about that, I don't mean you don't have to show anything, but just the concept and the drama behind the scenes and some Andrew Tate figure. What? Yeah, what? You only got 7 pictures of guys today? Not enough. Especially 20 minimum. And then he's like beating the woman and stuff without not getting enough blasphemy.
Oh boy. Oh boy. That's messed up, man. That's messed up. Now I'm thinking of maybe I should start such a business. I don't know. I should sign up for Andrew Tate's Camgirl PhD course, in which he teaches you how to create a Camgirl business, and then I could turn that into a Camgirl business where people invite people to write Muhammad on their penises.
Yeah, we could take Andrew Tate's advice and then just use it in this way. But one of the Muslim women on Twitter who has been criticizing the Ummah for rallying around Andrew Tate, actually went. She went to Tate's website and asked about the PhD course on building the webcam business and asked if it's still available. And they're like, of course it is. And they directed her toward. So
it is.
For all the people, oh, that's just in the past. No, you can still get the PhD course on how to start a webcam girl business.
That's what I mean. Like there are Muslims who are still defending this, and I'm really wondering. Like when he was arrested, a lot of people came out and wanted to sign up for his course.
We need to support Andrew Tate.
To pay $50 a month to this rich guy who was bragging about his cars. We can only $50 to learn his courses, and I wonder if Muslims signed up to support their new Muslim brother, and were then exposed to how to lure girls and manipulate them and turn them into your online sex workers.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they learned something now. I don't know.
And then they become obsessed with it, and then eventually they start a business where they're making Quran porn.
Of course, it has to go there. Definitely.
There are women on these websites who honey trap men and make them see it's the women's fault. Burn them to the ground first.
That's pretty messed up.
सवाले से वो अट्रैक्ट करती हैं नौजवान लड़कों को जब वो साइट्स के ऊपर विजिट करते हैं तो वहां से वो खुद ब खुद वो उनके जनाब वो पेजेस खुलते हैं तो वो उनको इस तरफ अट्रैक्ट करती हैं कि इसके
I feel like he's saying a lot of words, but there's only a very short subtitle here.
There are women. Oops.
There are women on these websites who honey trap men and make them do these things.
He started talking about a foreign conspiracy.
There is an organized foreign conspiracy behind it, and they are pouring in millions and billions of rupees.
Billions!
To set up these websites where people post their penises with Muhammad written on it. This is a global conspiracy just to bring down a glorious country of Pakistan. This is how they are trying to destroy our nation by letting people poop on the Quran pages and to write Muhammad on their penises. We have to stand up and do something right now. This is a national emergency. This is a national security issue.
DEFCON 1.
Gosh. Oh boy.
पीछे बैरूनी करोड़ों अरबों रुपया आ रहा है और मुनज़्ज़म साजिश के तहत 4 लोग थे जिन्होंने 2019
He knows
There were
exactly how much.
4 people in 2019. There were 4 people who started a group, which has now ballooned. This is actually good to know for compilations about them worrying about the avalanche of apostasy. But 2019, there were 4 people who started a group, which has now ballooned to 400,000 people. Those 4 people have now been sentenced to death. Okay, so you got the 4, but there's 400,000 now, genius.
Yeah. This is not about apostasy. This is them crying about the avalanche of apostate penises. Which has now ballooned to 400,000 people.
If you start the webcam site, yeah, you could call it the apostate penis. That could be your
Yeah, AP, same initials. That's good. Those 4 people have now been sentenced to death. We are learning about the weirdest fetishes here from
This is weird
again from the Islamists. We learned from Muhammad Hijab before about all kinds of sexual practices in the name of Islam, and here now we learn a lot of stuff from these Muslim scholars.
Yeah, isn't it creepy that you can't watch one of their spokesmen without being exposed to all kinds of weird, creepy stuff that you've never heard of? Like I had no idea this was going on. I had no clue this was going on.
I never heard of this.
No.
I've never heard of this. I'm now being introduced to this very, very messed up, weird stuff that is going on, thanks to these dear Islamic scholars who, with their amazing morals. So I don't know.
And guess what? I mean, we're dealing with Islam and blasphemy issues all the time. We didn't know about this. So guess what? There are probably tons of other people who didn't know about this, but are now like searching for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They should. I'm imagining there should be a movie where this scene of these guys on TV explaining this, and then they show people watching the TV from all over the world and hearing this for the first time and being surprised and having this idea.
It's a modified version of the Streisand effect, where these guys are trying to shut everything down by murdering everyone, and it's we don't understand how it went from 4 people to 400,000 in 4 years.
Let's try to hide it more so that not more people find out about this.
Let's try to hide it by announcing it on television.
के अंदर ये ग्रुप बनाया था और उसके बाद इस वक्त इन अकाउंट्स की तादाद 4 लाख हो चुकी है। वो जो 4 बनाने वाले थे वो इस वक्त सजाए मौत के उनके ऊपर दफन।
I like this guy's headgear.
Yeah, I like how it like pushes his ears out so they stick out. Like he doesn't have ears that stick out, but his headgear makes his ears stick out.
Yeah, he has some very good style here going on. Yeah. Everybody should look like this, which is why we should spread Islam to everyone by force. This includes sons of military generals and judges, as well as the son of Pakistan's 3rd richest man.
These guys all seem to know a lot about this situation. I've never seen you cry like this. Look at him consoling him. Oh my goodness. I've never seen you cry like this. Definitely not after, mobs run out and kill women in the streets over mere accusations of blasphemy. I never saw you cry like this. Never saw you cry over all the terrorist attacks and Muslims blowing up each other's mosques and so on. Never seen you cry like this. Hearing about
Don't worry, Sheikh.
People writing Muhammad on their penises.
Don't worry, Sheikh. This is very hard to handle. You don't have to think about those people writing things on their genitals.
Don't think about all the people. Don't think about a man pulling down his pants.
Dear Sheikh, maybe we can solve this. Maybe we can burn the cities down. Don't worry about this.
Don't think about this woman exposing her breasts and pulling her big breast and then grabbing the marker and writing out the Shahada on those.
The way has very interesting breasts, and yeah.
I've never seen you cry like this. Cry me a river. Cry me a river.
I secretly really love that song. It's one of my guilty pleasures. I would never tell it to anybody, but I secretly love that song very much.
I just like it for that particular purpose.
Yeah.
Like when someone's crying, cry me a river.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like when the whole Russian invasion of Ukraine started, I felt shocked and I felt sad. But one of the first things that I thought about was Crimea and Crimea River, that song. So I had to listen to that at first, after giving an appropriate reaction to the terrible stuff that is happening in the world.
So we just had there's a super chat from House of Hikmah. But he's
Yeah.
saying he said he's got a teddy bear, a Quran, and a Sharpie, but that would actually be funny. Do you know what they're doing? Here, let me show you. I'm sorry, I already beheaded this one, but the girls are taking it. And they're taking the Sharpie. And they're writing in the Sharpie. They're writing with the Sharpie and writing Allah. They're writing Allah. Can you imagine this? Can you imagine what they're doing?
They could-
with the Sharpie. With a Sharpie.
They could use some Barbie dolls. They could maybe order some Barbie dolls and then demonstrate it on TV. Like, this is how they do it.
like psychologists do with kids. Like, show us on the doll.
Yeah.
Hey, Sheikh, show us what they did on the doll.
I'm imagining a Dawa channel where they are asking for donations to finance dolls, so that they can show to their audience where exactly people are writing Muhammad on it and the Shahada.
Hey, probably at the end of this video, it was Muhammad Hijab. Now, if you want to stop these blasphemers, then just contribute to our Dawa Center. Donate now and stop women from writing Allahu Akbar on their bosoms.
Click the link so people don't
Click the link.
write Muhammad on their penises. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Hey, and then the update from Ali Dawa. Every year, 400,000 ex-Muslims are writing. They're writing the Shahada on their penises.
Oh boy. Hey, now I want to take this video and add some sad Dawa music to it and publish it like that. Oh boy, I'm gonna do that. We are such unfortunate people that I have never seen blasphemy like this before.
You sure are unfortunate, but not for the reason you think, guys.
We're so unfortunate. How could we ever let this happen? I couldn't imagine. They're all crying. Look at this. They're all crying.
All we did was spend 14 centuries slaughtering everyone who disagreed with us in the name of Allah, and now people are mad about it.
This is so
what went wrong?
This is so stupid.
And it's funny because their actual conclusion is we haven't been violent enough. We haven't slaughtered enough people, and then the result is that everyone's blaspheming. That's their conclusion. That's the takeaway for these guys.
Is this the perfect?
Look, he's got one of the pictures in his hand. He's got it rolled up in his hand. He's got a penis, a Quran penis pic.
I doubt he would have the penis. He probably has a woman with boobs and.
It would be funny. It'd be funny too. Have you ever seen that clip from Speaker's Corner when someone just says, one of the Dawa guys just, "You're gay," and he flips out for like he goes on his 2-minute rant. I'm not gay. What are you saying?
I would like to play it, but it's very, very obscene the way he talks. I just saw this. I just saw that a few weeks ago. I remember my wife was sitting with me there, and I was scrolling through Twitter, and I saw somebody link the video, and then I saw that for the first time, and I completely lost it. Was rolling on the floor laughing about this. It's so funny because the two people are having a conversation, completely unrelated conversation, and then he comes into the he crashes the conversation and suddenly says, "You listen, I'm not gay. I love women," and then he goes on a huge rant about that. It's so stupid.
Look, like that's what you can do with this guy. This guy's sitting here like this, and then someone's like, "Hey, is that a Quran penis pic in your hand?" He's like, "What? No, I'm not gay. Look, it's a vagina. You see? Look at the vagina. See? I'm not gay. I'm not gay. Where?"
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, boy. So funny, they're all crying here, sitting and crying, while also believing that people should be killed and massacred for these things that they do. It's just, isn't this the perfect example of what you call crocodile tears? Is it?
Yep.
I don't know.
And it's really, I mean, they also understand their audience, right? They understand they're trying to enrage their audience to send their viewers on a killing spree, right?
Look how these idiots are
this
crying.
is encouraged. I mean, how clear could it be that this is calling for and encouraging the mob violence we keep hearing about from Pakistan?
Yeah.
The reason you have the mob violence is that the general population is constantly being encouraged by these guys who are not doing that themselves. They're safe on their television show. They're encouraging everyone else to go out and do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Parents, viewers, how could we let this happen? We're crying. Look, why don't you go out there and do something about this before we have to collectively burn the cities down?
और इस मुल्क का अमन, इस मुल्क की तबाही करने के लिए इस हद तक मेरा दुश्मन गिर जाएगा।
They are simply crying.
What are you saying?
तबाही
Oh, that they're crying. Yeah.
I've never seen blasphemy like this before. I couldn't imagine our enemies will sink this low.
इस हद तक मेरा दुश्मन गिर जाएगा।
How's she smiling after all that?
She looks very happy.
How's she smiling after so much blasphemy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Simply crying for
She has a very strong Turkish smile. I just can't. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna put a compilation together of AP complaining about anything having to do with Turkish people.
Oh boy. Hey boy. I'm just kidding, of course.
people are saying about their prophet. They are simply crying that people are walking away from Islam. For decades, they denied there are ex-Muslims. Now they are publicly talking about there are ex-Muslims who are causing more ex-Muslims. It wasn't only publicly on the television. Also, they did press release. In the press release, they are expressing they identified 400,000 people through social media talking.
According to the data given to the Legal Commission on Blasphemy of Pakistan by Cybercrime FIA, which was given to the Honorable Court, there are over 400,000 bastards, cursed people. It is the utmost responsibility of PTA to urgently put filters on social media so that this kind of blasphemous material should not get uploaded in Pakistan. Wow. Wow.
Talking about Islam. They captured 119 of them, and 11 of them were
It is because of the effort of them that we have captured 119 people under the Cybercrime Act of Pakistan who were involved in publishing blasphemous material on the internet, and 11 of them are sentenced to death. They have enough material evidence against them that no court has accepted their request for bail. This is what you get in Pakistan if you write Muhammad on your penis.
sentenced to death.
Yeah.
And very proudly they are expressing that actually they cannot be bailed out. The Legal Commission of the Blasphemy of Pakistan, that's a group. They have a group simply hunt down ex-Muslims. They have a group simply hunt down Muslim background believers. They have a group simply hunt down those individuals who are critiquing or commenting on Islam. They've got an organization for this. Also, they are having this conference labeled as Day of Protection.
I love how she's having fun talking about
I know. It's like
she's really enjoying this.
Of the honor of the prophethood. Well, I am sure conference is going to fix everything. Is there
Oh boy.
forcing blasphemy laws in Pakistan so that out of fear, people cannot walk out of Islam. So out of fear, people can stuck in Islam. Remember the statement was made. Muslims are praising the law of apostasy because without law of apostasy, there wouldn't be Islam.
Yeah.
But as it has been said, unthinkable is happening. And of course, as a Christian, my prayer is they will walk to the arms of Lord Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
One day, everyone is going to identify Jesus as their Lord. That is going to happen willingly or unwillingly. That's
Yeah,
going
AP.
to happen for all the efforts Pakistan is going to
Amen.
kill the apostates.
Amen.
It is happening.
It is happening. It is happening continuously. It is going to become an avalanche, a tsunami, and to hit our community in such a way that we will have a very difficult time standing. It will knock us over. It is happening.
Amen.
And again, these same guys, if they're messaging us, because they have to put on a good front, it's fastest growing religion, you can't stop it, it's so powerful. And behind the scenes, we're doomed. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Wow.
Amen and a woman.
Cry me a river. Cry me a river. All you sheikhs, cry me a river.
Anyway, Assalamu alaikum. My heart is breaking. Oh, brothers and sisters, my soul is aching. Brothers and sisters, did you know that so many people are leaving Islam every day? Why would anybody leave such a beautiful religion? Why would they choose to become a sick disbeliever instead? A'udhu billah. Brothers and sisters, 100,000 Muslims are leaving Islam every single year.
Over 100,000 Muslims leave Islam every single year.
I'm telling you, this is serious stuff. This is not a joke.
This is not a joke, brothers and sisters.
Yes, we say that there are 1.6 billion Muslims in the world, and Islam is growing day by day. But the standard narrative
Has holes.
and we are not proud of that.
And we're not proud of that.
Apostates are everywhere. They are among us. There are even people who memorize the Quran.
They are copies of the Quran.
The youth are full of doubts.
Our youth are full of doubts.
And we tell them, doubts? What doubts, man?
Doubts? What doubts, man?
Have some guts, be a man.
Have some guts, be a man.
But nobody is answering their questions.
And nobody's answering their questions.
We tell them to stop questioning and to stop being emotional, and we tell them to be a Chad.
Be a Chad. You can do it. I believe in you.
But instead, they choose to be bad.
We've seen this happen, unfortunately. We've seen this happen to a lot of people.
If it continues like this, your child is going to become an apostate.
Your child's going to become an apostate.
Imagine your child, the child that you are raising could end up with the disbelievers, with the kuffar, and go to hellfire.
Hellfire will want to swallow them.
Hellfire will roast them, toast them, break them, shake them. Hellfire will annihilate them. And the rest of us will be watching. Brothers and sisters, we must act now. We must do something about this. And what you can do is to donate to our channel so that we can do something.
May Allah keep us firm. Never let us go astray. May Allah keep our children firm.
If we don't take constructive steps now, this is going to become an avalanche.
It is going to become an avalanche,
A tsunami.
a tsunami.
The apostates, they are everywhere. They don't make it public. They hide it. They are leading prayers.
They are leading prayers to the Muslim,
They are still living the life of a religious Muslim.
and they are still leading that life while simultaneously declaring they're apostles.
Brothers and sisters, if you feel as strongly about this as I do, then please donate to us and our cause. You can make a one-time donation or a monthly donation. Please be generous. Please Donate to this give whatever you sheikh. can so that we can take the responsibility and alhamdulillah, spread apostasy. Donate now. Help now. You may even receive many gifts in heaven, in paradise, in Jannah. You can get a house next to me or next to some other very good-looking man. You have an opportunity right now. On this haram new year, you can do something halal and donate your money to us. So what are you waiting for? Donate now. Leave it to Sheikh Aboudi. Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Powerful message.
Yeah. I want to remind everybody once again of this beautiful message that I think is, in my opinion, the best Islamic appeal to the public, to donations, the best message by a Muslim scholar made
Powerful
ever.
apostate dawah.
Yeah, amazing. Shaky booty is just the best. It's just the best shake out there, man. So make sure to donate to that shake so he can fix things for everybody.
And if you don't, you'll simply be encouraging people to write Quran verses on their penises
and their boobs
and their breasts.
So, David, what are your conclusions about this? About these beautiful revelations that we have heard today?
My goodness, you know what? It's weird. It's like if they weren't horrible people calling for mass murder, and if they approached it differently in a way that wasn't like inciting mass violence and mob violence and mass executions and so on, if they weren't doing that and they approached it differently, they probably get more people being sympathetic to them. Like, hey, hey, man, I get it. You believe that Islam is true and you're worried about the kids and stuff like this. And you see they're writing Quran verses on their penises and so on. And I understand why that would be upsetting to you. And so, yeah, I get it. I get why this is bothering you. Instead, it's, we're going to kill everyone, slaughter them all. We're going to murder everybody. There's going to be a massacre. And it's like, oh gosh. Now I get why people are so mad and that they're defecating on your book and so on.
Yeah, and writing Muhammad on their penis. It's just, well, of course. What else could they possibly do? What else could they do? Let them do it. Let them write Muhammad on their penises. Let them write the Shahada on their breasts. What's going to happen? What's the worst thing that's going to happen, dear sheikhs? I appeal to you, dear sheikhs. I appeal to you, reasonable elders who are leaders of the Muslim community, who are examples of morals, who are examples of how to act in the face of such provocations and such shameful behavior. Why don't you just let people write Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah on their boobs? Why don't you just let people write Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam on their penises? What's the worst thing that could happen? Why is it so bad? Please let them do this. Just let them do it. It's okay. Let them do this. Maybe they will get tired of it. They will get bored of it in the end. They will not keep doing it. They will not continue doing it if you don't get provoked by it. Just let people write these things on their genitals and on their private parts. Let them do it.
You know, it's crazy because there are people who like tune into shows late and this is what they hear us talking about. And people will be like, what? These guys keep talking about writing Quran verses on their privates and stuff like that. What's wrong? Come on, David, you're a Christian. It's like, we don't want to talk about this stuff, guys. They make us, right?
Speak for yourself, man.
Yeah, they're the ones who they're the ones who post these videos, and then we have to address it because people need to know. People, I mean, when these guys are calling for mass murder over the rise of this, this Pakistani style of blasphemy, I mean, we need to discuss this stuff because these guys are actually. It's very clear. These guys are calling for mob violence. These guys are calling for people to go out and murder people in the streets over blasphemy. And by the way, this actually parallel. Remember Theo Van Gogh. He was murdered. He was murdered and almost beheaded. And when I say almost beheaded, meaning they cut all the way through and didn't finish, but it was his head was basically off.
Mm-hmm.
And that was all over his little short film Submission, which he made with Ayan Hirsi Ali. But the women in the video had Quran verses written on them, and that's what made people flip out. You wrote Quran verses on a woman's body, and that's what he had to die for. And these guys are saying, "Hey, let's go out and go on a killing spree over other people doing something similar."
By the way, you can find that video on YouTube, everybody, if you want to have a context and check out why in the world people killed somebody who made a short film. You can find that video on YouTube and on many other platforms by just searching for short film submission by Theo van Gogh, and the video is just a woman
asking Allah questions about why she's being treated this way.
Yeah. About
She has-
Allah's justice and the things that He allows a man to do to her while having Quran verses written on her.
It was really well done because he was this guy was an actual like movie director, film director and stuff, and like he had a kind of mad scientist vibe about him, and so when he actually wanted to make just a short 10-minute video, it was pretty crazy.
Yep. He was one of those people who have this bohemian thing about them. It's like he looks kind of like a mess and probably doesn't have a very well organized life. It smokes and drinks and produces amazing art. Yeah.
And his last words were, "Can we talk about this?"
Yeah.
To the guy
as he was being killed.
Yeah, to the guy who was murdering him.
Can we talk about this? And they made a monument for him to remember him in the Netherlands, which is the Screaming. Wait a minute.
And then in Pakistan, they apparently made a bunch of monuments to him.
Oh yeah. They made this monument, which is called the Scream, which I want to show quickly here, because I find it so interesting. This. They built this monument for him in memory of Theo van Gogh and as an honor to, as a thing to honor free speech. That's what happened. Yeah. All right. So let me look at Super Chats. This is one of those times where I laughed so much that my head feels heavy and I feel very exhausted now from the laughing, because we had to talk about very interesting things here. Anyway, Alka said, greetings from Greece. Are you planning to make a video sometime about the occupying northern Cyprus that no Muslim ever talks about? No, I don't think so. There are lots of things that I could make videos about. In this case, this would be something that is a rather political, national, an issue between two nationalities and their politics. I don't think I would make a video on that.
Yeah, AP's not going to say anything about that because he sides with Turkey and everything.
With Turkey? No.
Yeah.
No. No, I just think it's not my place to talk about that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it, but that's something that a person from Greece or Cyprus should be making a video about.
Yeah, definitely. Death Culture said, AP Show Orthodox Shahada on YouTube has been trying to contact you. He sent you an email a while back. I'm aware.
And yet you deliberately ignored him. Wow.
No, it's just
wow.
I am terrible communicating with people, and
you're not as bad as I am.
Corresponding, getting back to them. There are even I have my mailbox is full of people trying to contact me, and even people sending me texts that I am really interested in talking to. People inviting me that I'm really interested in talking to. Like people that I have more interest in talking to them than they have in talking to me, and yet it is all stalled because I am a terribly unreliable person when it comes to back and forth communication on the internet.
Yeah, me too. I have multiple email accounts. I'm just looking at two of them right now. I have 176,989 unread messages in one account.
Wow.
And 39,779 unread messages in the other account. And so it's just
it's incompetence.
Yeah, stuff just gets buried real quick. Like,
You know what's funny? I changed at first. I was leaving everything that I didn't read unread, but then I realized later that this is not working. It's just turning into a giant mess. So I just started marking everything automatically as read as soon as I get the notification, and now it's just all lost. So terrible people, terrible people. This is why we hate Islam. But yeah, I will try to get back to him. Thank you, Death Culture. Zagros said, "Quick jizya." Oh, thank you for the jizya. I accept, and as with this jizya, you are now not fair game. You are protected, and you will not be killed by our jizya collectors. Thank you, Zagros. Dasha Logan made a super sticker, which people have seen. I cannot see anymore here because YouTube is kind of dumb. But thank you. S1002 said, "Who would Andrew blame if he left Islam and was axed?" Probably the Matrix, or the Islamic Matrix. I don't know. We will see. Nine Strike said, "This scholar reminds me of a guy named Adolf." Nah, not quite as passionate, not quite as eloquent, not quite as.
You do have to always watch out for those guys who are we have to go out and mass murder everyone or we're doomed. Pretty creepy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, that's probably the same attitude, same attitude. Yeah. I don't want to say anything more about this. Villainous SSB said, "I like how slow the last guy stands up. It's like I have to do this." I would like to go through the whole video. I would watch that whole thing again and just analyze everything that people are doing in that video.
Do I seriously have to stand up with these guys?
Why are we standing up now? I have a hard time standing up anyway. Why do we have to do this now? Anyway, let's just do it. Just to send a message to the people at home to stand up and kill people who write Muhammad on their penis. Terrible. Stuart Walker said, "This is also last 7th century, LOL." Yeah. Islam, yeah. Emre Eryurt, speaking of Turkish, said, "Will you go voting against Erdogan?"
Yeah, you still vote? You still vote in Turkey?
Turkey has established this very interesting system. This government has established a system where people who are Turkish citizens and live outside of Turkey can still participate in the elections by going to the embassy. But I don't care. I'm not going to do it. I don't care.
Yeah. Why?
I don't care.
Because AP is a huge Erdogan fan. That's why he won't comment on Cyprus.
I love Erdogan so much. I love him so much. And he loves me too. That's why there are still ongoing court cases against me in Turkey. And they will probably detain me as soon as I enter the country and say, "You will have to give a statement and do this and this and this. And we will have to put some restrictions on you." That's how much I love Turkey. That's how much they love me. Next Highlander said, "Finally caught you two live." Finally, we caught you. You didn't catch us.
Duncan MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod.
What?
Highlander.
Yeah, okay. Loretta Tibble said, "Hilarious." I don't know. I lost it today. "We need to message Ninja this idea." The Ninja, the streamer? Why? Did he do something that is related to writing something on your body parts? I don't know. I'm really interested now. Let me know, anybody in the chat, if you know more about this. You probably don't know because you're old, but Ninja is a Twitch streamer who streams video games and stuff like that. Yeah. Justin Bieber said, "Thank you, everyone." Thank you, Justin Bieber. I appreciate that. And Roma Gloria said, 2 Quran verses and 1 Sharpie. Man, seriously, I'm really thinking about getting creative with everything we have learned today. Yeah. Lonin said, "AP, don't confuse with Saudi embassy." No.
Hey, AP, you should
Wait, Wooly said Ninja Mommy he means. Really? I don't know. Maybe.
You should You should tell the Dawa guys that they have to give you a percentage of their donations, or you'll make a video of you writing Quran verses on your butt. if they and you can tell those Pakistani sheikhs and say, hey, if you don't want me to start this over here, you can pay me off. That would be funny.
It would be like one of those ransom calls where send me $200,000 by tomorrow 5 p.m. if you don't want to see the shahada on my butt.
And it's just a picture like a picture of a Sharpie in your hand.
Oh, boy. And remember, no police. Tomorrow 5 p.m. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Look, this chat already full of shy. He means Ninja Mommy. Thanks. Oh, here. Thanks, AF Iron GBU. What? What is? Yeah. Okay. But Adam Seeker is actually the guy who.
Yep. He made the video.
Who shared the video, and I don't know if he subtitled it, but he's a native Urdu speaker. Thanks, Adam, for being here and for making this available to all of us and giving us a good ton of entertainment tonight and a lot of good ideas which we can further visualize and dream about.
Adam Seeker, you gave, by spreading that video, you gave a lot of people around the world a lot of ideas
about private parts. So good job. Be proud of yourself for what you have done tonight.
What did you do today, Adam Seeker? I made a lot of people get a lot of weird images in their heads, and I made David and AP say some really weird stuff that we have not said before at all.
Oh,
isn't it weird? Like Hijab jumps over in the chat, and then we're sitting here talking about golden showers and stuff like that because he talks about that stuff, and then now we're sitting here talking about Quran verses on penises and like.
This is Islam. Roger Baranaki said in a super chat. And thank you for the super chat, by the way. If Allah, God, made the universe for us humans, then number one, why the 13 billion years? Wait. 2, why create the other trillions of galaxies? Was he just bored? This is food for thought, something to think about if you do not believe in the creation story. And something
I believe in creation. I think there's a stupid objection.
Why is it stupid?
Stupid? Well, it's applying concepts like I don't know, almost like wastefulness or something like that. Like, oh, why did he waste so much time? As if he's like bound by time and he's gonna like it makes sense to me to worry about how I spend my time. I've only got a certain number of years. If you're talking about God created all that so long ago or something like that, like he's going to run out of time. And the same thing with creating other galaxies.
Keep talking. You'll be finished in a minute. Keep talking.
Matter of fact, let me go ahead and give you an Islamic defense of number 2. We were talking about number 2. Why create the other trillions of galaxies? Interesting that it's trillions. But notice, how do we know that the universe had a beginning? So how can Muslims make a kalam cosmological argument backed by the scientific claim that there's a beginning to the universe? They only know the universe had a beginning because of these other galaxies. And I just happen to know from interacting with trillions of atheists that if God had made a tiny universe, you'd say, well, if he's God, why did he make a big universe? Like, no matter what he does, if he created a little while ago, why didn't he do it a long time ago?
Now hold on, David. In my opinion, it would make much more sense with the creation story, with everything that we know. I would find it much more understandable if the idea was that God only created a small space where there's only one planet and things around them, because that's where everything takes place. I think in that case, I would feel like, oh, okay, that would rule out the question of why is there a giant endless world out there full of different planets that could possibly harbor life, that possibly have life. Why all this process of billions of
Why this
years of things that
massive,
happen?
glorious universe that boggles your mind when it could have just made some tiny little thing? Come on.
Yes, yes. And by the way, I don't think about wastefulness when I think about this. What I think, I never even thought about the issue of the problem of waste here. What I thought about is, okay, so here's a story. God or Allah wants to create humanity for a certain issue, for a certain problem, for a certain role. And he does this by creating a universe which develops and expands in very wild, complicated ways for billions of years, just for as a result of those billions of years in a tiny spot in that whole universe, in a tiny, entirely irrelevant spot that could disappear, nothing would change in the universe. In that tiny spot, to put humans on a tiny little planet for a few thousand years, let them live for an average of 70 years and then die, just so he can then have some eternal afterlife for them and with them. It somehow seems a little bit
why make
strange.
this big, giant, glorious universe? It's like, I mean, imagine Vincent van Gogh could have done anything. Instead, he paints Starry Night. Why would he do that? He could have done so many other things.
You know why? First off, because he is a human who has the desire to express his creativity and the desire to
express their creativity,
the desire to show to others how he expresses
show something to others. Interesting.
Because
to
he
show
is a
something
human,
about himself. Interesting.
Yeah, because he is a human who has the need, underline and highlight, need to express himself and to share his creativity with the others.
So he creates because of a need, like,
yes.
Oh, I need to do this.
Yes.
Not, wow,
need.
I just like creating because I'm in the image of God. And that genius Mark Zuckerberg pointed out, based on his discussions with a rabbi, image of God, the image of God passage comes right after God creates, God creates, God creates, God creates, God creates, God creates, and then God creates man in his own image. Implication, we create. And then when we create, you say, oh, because it's a need. And why did God have to create something so big? Why couldn't he create a little tiny dinky little thing? Why couldn't he just create this room that I'm in right now and not create anything else so I don't have to look at how stupid it all is?
Yeah, because of a need. Because that's why people do these things, because people feel satisfied if they express themselves.
Anyone wants to make something.
Does God have the need? Does God have the need to
super cool? Shame on you. Make something boring, dang it. Just make a boring world instead of this glorious thing. I hate it. I hate everything God creates. I hate it. I'm a whiny little atheist.
Here's something interesting. Now, there is this discussion, and I'm sure we would agree with me to a certain extent here, when we discuss capitalism and socialism, for example, or communism and capitalism, that if a world was run by capitalism only, there wouldn't be much production and much innovation and much to do, because in a communist or socialist society, there wouldn't be competition. There wouldn't be the need to produce things or put out things and get something in return, which is why people, on average or mostly, would not be encouraged to produce or to create stuff. So society would not develop very fast and would be stagnant and quickly fall apart, which is why communist societies do not develop very fast, whereas capitalist societies in which competition exists develop very, very fast, because competition and the need to be appreciated, to get things in return for producing something, for creating something, drives more and more competition, which drives more and more production, which drives more and more creativity and productivity, and so on. So it is fundamentally a need to not only express yourself, but also get something in return, like awe or a reward. That's why people do things. Do they just do things because they just want to show to everyone, hey, look, I'm fantastic. I create stuff. Look at this.
Listen, we
they
actually
have a
atheists
need.
here complaining about creating anything that's cool. Don't do that. if you make something that's just cool, like if I were to put a big painting on the wall or something like that, people, what kind of sick need do you have? What kind of sick, selfish need do you have to make this beautiful spectacle here? Shame on you.
Yeah.
Anyway,
interesting
the
perspective.
takeaway message, ladies and gentlemen, is no matter what anyone does, atheists will whine about it.
Yeah, terrible.
Hey, look. Hey, here's you guys. Here are you guys. Brothers and sisters, do you know God created an entire universe? And other people want to create too? What can we do? Should we burn the entire creation to the ground to stop it? We have to stop this!
What else can we do? Where will we go for justice? Which door should we knock on? Should we burn down cities now? That's Pakistan. That's today's topic. That was amazing, man. That was just amazing. I had so much fun watching grown-up giant babies cry about what people are doing.
I want to like find more videos of those dudes, man.
Why are you suddenly so quiet? What happened?
Check. Oh, sometimes my mic adjusts when I yell. Check.
It's a smart microphone. Yeah. All right. Tanky said, and five for
Oh, whoa! Hey, I think
David.
Hey, dude, no. I think I figured it out because I just went to my volume and it's all the way down. This thing is on some automatic set. Remember how it's been confusing me? Like it always, like I always raise it up and then it drops. This thing is automatically adjusting some of that. Means it's in the settings somewhere. All right, I got to figure this out. Go ahead.
By the way, to this earlier question, we were just rambling about things on our minds just because it's fun. I genuinely don't think that the question, why so much time for the whole universe, is a proper and valid argument against creation. It is just an interesting question, food for thought to ponder on, but nothing further. You could ask this question and it would be an interesting thing to think about. But I personally think it's not an argument against creation. There are arguments, solid ones. This one is not.
No, there are.
But it is an interesting food for thought.
They're all varying levels of dumb. All the arguments.
Yeah, that's just your.
I don't see anywhere to take it off automatic. This is weird, dude, because this must have been some update that no one told me about, because I've had this computer for years. It's never done this. And just recently, in the past couple months, it started auto adjusting my volume levels, which screws everything up.
You need to learn how to use a computer, David. It's embarrassing.
This is.
Tanky said, and 5 for David Wood 2, minus AP's jizya cut, of course. People are giving you jizya. Nuna Rodriguez, and thank you, Tanky. Nuna Rodriguez said, Quran versus Internet Islam getting found out. Ouch. Yep. Anyway, so I have these papers on the ground, which are still here because it's hard for me to remove these things, and I step on them sometimes and I slip.
Hey,
I'm scared that I will slip and fall down and die, and it will spread the rumor that Allah killed me for ripping up the Quran. So,
hey, Adam Seeker, please, Adam Seeker, send this video of AP right there with his Quran pages to those guys from that video. Just send a message and say, "Look what they're doing! Look what they're doing, brothers!" And see how they react.
Let me warn you.
Hey, now I've got the volume.
Let me warn you. I will.
I'm sitting here watching this volume adjust as I'm talking. That is so creepy, man.
That's creepy. By the way, for all those who missed the context, I did not just yell, "I will poop on this" out of nowhere. This is
context, ladies and gentlemen.
This was context. This was one of those things mentioned in the video where those men were crying about people pooping on Quran pages. That's why I just yelled this. This is not me. So please, ladies and gentlemen, don't blame me. Why is somebody saying eat it? I'm not going to eat this. I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't
gross.
want to eat this.
Kind of weirdo.
It's disgusting.
Eat the Quran.
Yeah,
disgusting.
Who would do that?
And we all know if someone were to insult the Quran by eating it, he would die instantly.
Yeah. If you're gonna poop on it, make a video. I will. AP, please don't show us your bum. We beg you. I will have to at some point. Somebody said there is a jinn in David's computer. Wu Li said AP burn them. Let's burn something. Maybe soon. Oh. Why did we just freeze like this? Eli Shamoon, isn't this one of your friends?
Yeah, he's a Christian. Notice how the Christians are way more generous than
He just gave me money, not you, despite being your friend. This is interesting. Wow. This is I appreciate this development, dear Eli. I appreciate this new development, and I hope that that this can be the new direction that we go into. The new direction we go into.
He saw your powerful message from Shake Your Booty.
I hope this could be the new direction to go into, where you could give the money to me instead of giving it to David Wood. Just kidding. I appreciate it very much. Thank you, Ellie, for the contribution. It's a very good and entertaining comedy in apologetics. The material is very funny. I know, it's like some jokes write themselves, and like we didn't even have to add very much. To be very honest, not to be very humble, we made this much funnier, especially me. No, just kidding. No, the content was really hilarious. I didn't expect this at all. I thought we would just be talking about some men crying about people leaving Islam. I had no idea about the further details. I had no idea that they are also going to talk about some really messed up stuff. So I'm kind of surprised, and that made it much funnier for me as well.
And just so you know, brothers and sisters, we've got we're going to do some reenactments of what these people are doing so that you know. Here's the toilet, and we've got a Quran right here.
Oh boy. Somebody became a member. Who just became a member? Kiran Kumar just became a member and signed up. Thank you. It's especially important that you make super chats, donate, sign up now in this special episode where we talk about a very specific new phenomenon of people writing Muhammad and Quran verses on their private parts. Be a witness to this historic development and contribute, become a member, join this channel, become a subscriber, do whatever you can to spread the news of people writing Muhammad and the Shahada and the Quran on their body parts, and welcome these news. House of Hikmah said, I was thinking about incorporating these ideas in Thursday's live stream and to make it PG. How? How are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? Maybe
lots of blurring stuff out.
Yeah. It's incredible. House of Hikmah, thank you for the contribution. All right. I think we have to go because David has to go. I like the video already. Yeah, while you're here, also leave a like on this video. I urge you, I must warn you to leave a like on this video if you don't want to be, if you don't want those people to burn down your cities. And thanks again for watching, everybody. Sarah Rainer said, NSFW inherently, not safe for work, inherently, absolutely. I should also mark this video here as not safe for work. I don't know if we will have any problems with this. And speaking of not safe for work, I will have an after show. Oh boy. No, I will not. I won't. I will not do anything. Were you just going to say something, David?
No, I'm still trying to figure out the settings on this thing.
Okay, fantastic. You figured that out. And man, what a show. What a stream. What a topic. great developments. Lots of stuff are happening that Islamists don't like. Sarah Rini said AP's OnlyFans. I don't know. I'm thinking. I'll think about this further. Thanks everybody for tuning in today. Thanks for watching and being part of this comedy show, the funniest and most watched show on the planet. We will be together again tomorrow on David Wood's channel, as far as I think. I have no idea. I guess so. We will plan that out and link to that stream, and we will see you tomorrow. And everybody who has not heard the most famous line ever spoken in the world, why don't you repeat it for everybody, David?
Should I write it on my butt? That's what you need. You need a video of you writing, "Stay away from Islam," on your butt.
Oh boy.
And then everyone can read it. Stay away from Islam.
Yeah. Or
stay away from Islam.
You heard the guy.